Have you ever wondered if your childhood held clues about your future? Signs that Allah had chosen you for something extraordinary? These signs may have been there all along, hidden in plain sight. You are chosen for greatness by Allah. Comment, Allah has a plan for me, and subscribe to join this uplifting community. Let's walk this meaningful path together. 1. A deep sense of morality early on. One of the most striking signs of being chosen by Allah is having a strong sense of morality from an early age. Even as a child, you may have felt an innate pull toward truth, justice, and fairness. While others your age might have overlooked or ignored wrongdoing, you found it difficult to tolerate dishonesty or injustice. This wasn't taught or forced. It felt natural to you. For example, when you saw someone being treated unfairly, you felt compelled to stand up for them, even if it was inconvenient or made you unpopular. Your heart rejected acts of cruelty or deceit, and you were instinctively drawn toward kindness, honesty, and helping others. This inner moral compass is not random. It reflects Allah's guidance and the fitra, natural inclination toward goodness He placed in your heart. The Quran reminds us that Allah guides those He chooses toward righteousness. This early sensitivity to right and wrong could be a sign that Allah was preparing you for a life of greater purpose. It indicates that even as a child, you were connected to His divine plan, setting the foundation for a life aligned with His will. 2. Sensitivity to other suffering. Another sign that you were chosen by Allah is an unusual sensitivity to the suffering of others, even in childhood. While many children are naturally focused on their own needs, you might have felt an overwhelming concern for those who were hurting or in need. This sensitivity wasn't simply sympathy. It often led you to take action, offering help, kind words, or even praying for someone's relief when you couldn't do more. For instance, if you saw a classmate being bullied, you felt their pain as if it were your own and may have stepped in to support them, even at your own expense. Similarly, seeing someone hungry or in distress deeply affected you, sparking a desire to ease their burden. These moments reflect a heart aligned with Allah's mercy, as He is the most compassionate and places compassion in the hearts of those He favors. This quality is mentioned in the example of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, who, even as a child, showed exceptional care for the weak and marginalized. Your ability to empathize with others, even when it was emotionally taxing, indicates a heart that Allah has softened and prepared for a life dedicated to serving His creation. 3. A natural inclination toward worship. A natural inclination toward worship, even in childhood, is a powerful sign that Allah has chosen you. Unlike others who may have needed reminders or guidance, you might have felt an inner desire to connect with Allah through prayer, Quran recitation, or simply reflecting on His creation. This wasn't out of obligation or fear, but came from a genuine love and longing for a deeper relationship with your Creator. Perhaps you found joy in joining your elders for Salah or felt a sense of peace while listening to the Quran being recited. Even as a child, you might have turned to Allah during moments of fear, sadness, or gratitude, instinctively knowing He is the ultimate source of comfort and guidance. This natural pull toward worship is an indication that Allah places light in your heart early on, drawing you closer to Him. The Quran highlights that Allah chooses whom He wills to be guided and spiritually aware. For a child to have this connection without external pressure is not a coincidence, but a reflection of Allah's favor. This inclination often lays the foundation for a lifelong commitment to faith and a deeper understanding of Islam as you grow older. 4. Wisdom beyond your years. Having wisdom beyond your years as a child is a clear sign of Allah's guidance. While most children are expected to act their age, you may have shown a remarkable ability to understand complex situations, make sound judgments, or offer advice that surprised even adults. This wasn't simply intelligence, but a level of maturity and insight that seemed out of place for your age. For instance, you might have been the person friends or siblings turned to for advice because of your ability to think clearly and offer solutions. In family matters, your perspective might have brought calm to tense situations. This wisdom allowed you to handle challenges with patience and resilience, qualities that reflect Allah's divine preparation for someone he has chosen for a greater purpose. The Quran often mentions how Allah grants wisdom, hikmah, to those he favors, emphasizing that it is a gift and a sign of his mercy. Prophets like Yusuf, alayhi salam, and Isa, alayhi salam, displayed extraordinary wisdom as children, a trait that distinguished them from their peers. Similarly, your early ability to see beyond the surface and approach life with understanding may indicate that Allah was equipping you for a meaningful and impactful journey ahead. 5. Overcoming early hardships. Facing significant challenges or hardships during childhood can be a sign that Allah has chosen you for a greater purpose. While such trials might have seemed overwhelming at the time, they were part of Allah's divine plan to shape your character, strengthen your faith, and prepare you for the responsibilities He destined for you. For instance, you may have experienced difficulties such as loss, illness, bullying, or financial struggles that forced you to mature quickly. Instead of breaking you, these experiences taught you resilience, empathy, and reliance on Allah. They refined your ability to face adversity with patience, sabr, and trust in His wisdom. Allah reminds us in the Quran that He tests those He loves, not to harm them, but to elevate their status and prepare them for greater blessings. Prophets like Musa, alayhi salam, and Yusuf, alayhi salam, endured tremendous trials as children, which ultimately prepared them for their missions. Similarly, your hardships could have been Allah's way of building your strength and teaching you valuable lessons that others may never learn. Overcoming these challenges at such a young age is a testament to the special care and guidance Allah placed in your life, marking you as someone destined for a significant path. 6. An unquenchable thirst for knowledge. A deep and natural curiosity, especially about life, purpose, and faith, is another sign that Allah may have chosen you. As a child, you might have had an unrelenting desire to ask questions about the world around you and seek answers beyond what was given. This thirst for knowledge often extended to spiritual matters. You wanted to understand the meaning of life, the existence of Allah, and your purpose in this world. You might have found yourself drawn to reading the Quran, listening to stories of the prophets, or observing acts of worship with fascination. When others were content with superficial answers, you search for depth and truth. This relentless pursuit of understanding reflects the Quranic principle that Allah opens the hearts of those He chooses to guidance and knowledge. This quality mirrors the example of the great scholars and prophets who sought wisdom from a young age. For instance, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, spent years reflecting in the cave of Hira before revelation came. Similarly, your curiosity as a child was a sign that Allah placed within you the capacity for understanding and reflection. This unquenchable thirst for knowledge is a hallmark of someone destined for a meaningful and enlightened path. 7. Unexplainable protection from harm. Experiencing moments of unexplainable protection from harm as a child is a profound sign that Allah was watching over you and preparing you for a greater purpose. These instances may have seemed like coincidences at the time, but they reflect Allah's divine intervention in safeguarding those He chooses. For example, you may have narrowly avoided a dangerous accident, escaped harmful situations, or survived an illness that could have been life-threatening. These moments left you wondering how things turned out in your favor when they could have gone terribly wrong. This type of protection is not random. It aligns with Allah's promise that He looks after those He has a plan for, even before they realize it themselves. In the Quran, we see examples like Prophet Musa, alayhi salam, who was saved from Pharaoh's decree as a baby, or Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, who was protected from harm multiple times throughout his life. Similarly, Allah may have shielded you from dangers to ensure you fulfill the role He has destined for you. These events are subtle reminders of His mercy and a reflection of your special connection to His plan. Recognizing them can strengthen your faith and trust in Allah's wisdom and care. As we reflect on the signs from your childhood, remember that Allah's plan for you is special and unique. Each moment of your life is guided by His wisdom, shaping you for something greater. Trust in His divine timing, knowing that you were always meant for a purpose. May Allah guide you on the best path, protect you, and fill your heart with peace. If you believe in His plan for you, comment, "I trust Allah's plan" below. Don't forget to subscribe to SoulfulIman for more inspiration and guidance on your journey.